Hi everyone, welcome back to the Light Tapes. This is episode 6, if you can believe it. In this episode, I am interviewed by my mom, so she kind of gets a little bit of a personalized session, although that was not what was intended again this time, but that is where the Council of Light and Jashun wanted to take it, and I think these sessions that become a little bit more personalized are actually fascinating because I think that you can really find yourself in the conversation, really find yourself in her, in maybe even in me as the daughter, really find yourself, right, like in that mother-daughter relationship, and really find yourself there, maybe even as the mother who's concerned about her daughter, or as a person who is trying to find their happiness later in life. And Jashun is coming through and he's telling her to, not try to force herself to use tools that maybe aren't working. He's telling her to, dig in to find the things that truly make her happy and to kind of, lean on the things that she already knows. And it's really beautiful. And I'm really so appreciative of my parents. It's kind of funny in the beginning and at the end, Jashun is asking her what she's afraid of. And what comes through is that she's afraid of her child being ridiculed for having this gift, for doing this thing that is out of the ordinary. And what Jashun is telling her is, it's extraordinary what your daughter is doing. This is great. It's shifting, it's world shifting. And so it is very frightening when somebody decides to step outside the box, and it's still very frightening for me. This is still very raw. This is still very, scary. And it's very scary for my family because I am putting myself out there and really stepping into who I truly am. But with that being said, I think coming up against two of the hardest people to be interviewed by in this channeling, because, my parents, I think, know me better than anyone. And so to allow them to interview me as the council members, as Jashun, I think for me, really, killed any imposter syndrome that I had and really put me, under pressure. So with that being said, this is now, I think, it's 6th episode. It's probably the 10th or 11th time that I have been channeling these beings through. I've been working on it as well in my spare time. I am working on a book that is being channeled through from the council. So I am working on that as well. So there will be a book coming through from the council that, interestingly enough, I started actually 2 years ago dictating this book, and I had placed it on hold. I had started dictating it and I wasn't really sure what was going on. And now I'm, obviously sitting a lot more comfortable in this, stronger in this voice, more confident. So I am back to bringing this through. So I'm really, really excited. And Jashun has obviously come forth to really, really, herald it, but it will be other members as well, as I have been. So really, really excited to bring that to you. But I wanted to say that I will also be doing readings, one-on-one readings with the council, with Jashun. They will be 45 minutes, but it seems like the sessions with Jashun are really a half hour. That's what they've been, so maybe a little longer, maybe, we'll see, but you can now do readings with Jashun, and the council. So I will leave that in the links below. Enjoy episode 6. I also recorded an episode with Beth in the middle of our podcast episode, so I will link that here as well. So those kind of happen simultaneously. I'm not really sure yet if I will put that out as episode 7 or if we'll do something a little bit different. I'm not really positive yet, or if I will do an episode with someone else. I'm not sure just yet. But again, as always, if you have questions for Jashun or the council, please leave them below or reach out. I love to hear from you all. And yeah, let's just keep it coming. And if you would like to have a personalized reading, it'll obviously not be recorded for YouTube unless that's something that you wanted. That's something that we could talk about, but it would be recorded for you and you can have it. And yeah, so I will link that below, and please enjoy episode 6. I hope you gained something from this episode, and I will see you on the other side. Hello, Teddy Ann. Hello. Why are you nervous? Don't be scared. Goodness. Take a breath. Okay, together. Ready? In and exhale. Okay. Hello.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Jashun. Okay?
Hello, Josh.
Okay. I will try not to say okay as much for you. That makes you not happy. Don't worry. This is good. I did not think you were ready, but you wanted to do this. I want to let you know that.
You'd be correct on that.
So, then you have some questions.
Yes. My first question is, can you explain what is happening here for all the skeptics?
Would you consider yourself a skeptic, Tarian?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you are really a skeptic. I think you are afraid, okay? But that is okay. You are still very open, not as closed as you think you are, not as closed as your daughter thinks you are, okay? So we will say that, okay? We want you to know. But you are not that closed. You are not a skeptic. You are open, you believe, you have faith, okay? What is happening here, okay, is that we are opening up a pathway, okay? And our energy is matching the energy of the being here that is Niana, or is your daughter, Amanda, in the physical form, okay? So her body is opening up an energetic channel, okay? And that energy is matching my energy, and together we then can have a conversation, and we are already having it in her mind. Okay, so in her brain, we are having it. And now, instead of having it in her mind, we are having it outwardly. And the whole purpose of that is so that we can vocalize the messages for others, such as yourself, such as anyone that has questions. And that is the purpose, truly. Otherwise, we would just be having these conversations in her mind. That is the purpose. And we know that you are afraid, and we don't want you to feel that she will be ridiculed. That is your fear, yes? You don't want her to get hurt.
Right. I think people are going to think she's like a freak.
Who cares? Why do you care?
I don't know, but I do.
Who are these people that might think that? Do you think those are good people? Who cares? Let me ask you a question. When you think of the history of your world, all of the great people, they were crazy? Or they were normal? All of the ones who are famous, all of the ones who did great things, were they considered normal?
No.
Think about this, okay? Your daughter, as she sits here, is destined to change the world. Do you understand this? When we say that she is a planet, she was one of the first that was here, okay? From the beginning. She has to do this now. So who cares? Because why? Somebody that is ordinary thinks that she is crazy? Who cares? They are small compared to her. They are small compared to you. Do not be afraid of this. This is like the ants on your deck, okay? It is a tiny thing, so small in comparison to how big this is. This is great, great things that are happening here. This is absolutely universal world-shifting things that are going on. Who cares? Truly, we want you to understand this. This is a big deal. This is a very, very big deal. Who cares? They're not going to hurt her. She is untouchable. She is protected. You are protected. It does not matter what they say. They are small. They are ants. Her work is too big. You understand this? It's important. She must do this now. This is her purpose here.
So now you said that she's protected, but yet she had a seizure, which I have so much fear over about her seizure. Why did she have a seizure?
Okay, why do you have fear about this seizure? Tell us.
That it'll happen again.
Okay, it will not, first of all. Okay, it will not happen again. Okay, the seizure is something that was an overload of energy in her mind. Okay, it was too much in her body. It was an overload. It was a burnout. It was a fry out. You know, when there's too much energy in a system and your lights all go out? That's what happened. It was too much for her. And she knows this too. She said, I am ready. We said, we don't think so. She said, I am. We said, okay. And she burnt out. Too much. Okay? She knows this now. Too much. But it needed to happen because we also were protecting her from things that were going to happen. Okay? We need her to understand that she could not go on that trip. Do you understand? There were things that we were protecting her from. Okay? There were things that she was being protected from. But we're going to tell you, is she okay? She is okay. Is she standing? Is she walking? Is she talking? It will not happen again. This is not for you to fear. Do you see what has happened? Big changes have happened since then. Now she has these abilities opened up, yes? Now she can do this. Now we are coming through in this way. There have been shifts, yes. It has opened new things. So it is a good thing. It was scary, yes. But it was also a learning for you. Also a learning and an opening for your husband. It was a learning and a shifting point for your whole entire family. It was a turning point for her husband as well, for Robert. It was a turning point for everyone. So we are sorry that it had to happen that way, but it is what happened, okay? Things are going to happen. You have to be able to deal with them. You have to have deep enough roots to deal with the storms, Terry-Ann. You understand this? You have to understand that the storms are going to come. How deep are your roots? You are strong enough to deal with this. You have been here enough times to know this. You are stronger than this. You know better. You are stronger than this.
So where does all the fear and anxiety come from?
It comes from you not understanding what to do with all of your energy and your feelings. It is a misunderstanding for you. You are like a circuit that is broken. That is how we see you. You are a broken circuit. You receive energy and you don't know how to transmute it. You are a raw nerve. Does this make sense to you? You pick up on everything, but you don't know how to transmute it and put it outwards. So you pick up on everything in every situation. So you go to your job and you see people and you pick up on every single feeling and every single thing, but you don't know how to get it out. You don't know how to deal with it. So you take every single feeling, you think it is your own, but not every single feeling that you feel is your own, Terry-Ann. Do you understand this? Not every single feeling of fear, not every single feeling of sadness is yours. You have to learn that not every single thought, not every single feeling is yours. You are an empath. Do you know what this is?
No.
Okay, an empath is someone who feels other people's feelings and emotions. You are very intuitive. You understand and you feel other people's feelings. You are also, like Niana, you are intuitive. You are a little psychic. Yes, you feel things and you know things. But your problem is that you are so afraid to open yourself fully that you think everything is so scary in the world. So then you think everything is negative, and not everything is negative. Sometimes energy is just energy. It doesn't need to have a name to it. So let's say you go into your office and somebody comes in and they are really sad and then they leave. And then a few hours later you feel really sad and you say, oh my goodness, I don't know why I feel so sad. It's because you picked up on their sadness, but you don't need to sit there and then figure out why you feel sad. What you need to do is just get it off of you. You need to act a little bit more like Teflon or like oil. Let it just go off of you.
How?
Does this make sense to you? You need to protect yourself more, first and foremost. Protect yourself more. You need to wear a shield, first and foremost. So when you wake up in the morning, you put a shield around you. You do not need to take on everyone else's emotions throughout the day. You need to figure out what is yours and what is other people's. And this is especially a problem, okay, in your relationship, yes or no?
Which relationship?
With your husband, because you pick up on all of his stuff, okay? You are here, and part of the reason why you are here is to learn. And everyone is here to learn, but you have to figure out what is your emotions and what are not your emotions.
Am I not here to support this family?
You cannot be someone who crumbles under the under the emotions of others? How can you support if you do not know what is yours and what is theirs? How can you support if you are not feeling strong yourself? How can something be support if it is not feeling stable? You do not know what you are afraid of. You just feel fear and then you say, I am afraid. You feel sadness and you say, I am sad. Do you know that those are yours, or do you know that those are other people's? What do you know? I'm asking you. Or do
I
you just feel?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of responsibility on me. I feel like,
You have felt that your whole life, yes.
yes, true,
You have taken it on from your parents as well, yes.
true,
Your whole life you felt things that everyone else felt. You
true.
have taken this on always, yes.
Yes,
Okay, so you have always been an empath, yes?
yes.
Okay, so now what are you going to do now that you know this? How are you going to protect yourself? Because you have to know what is yours so that you can remain strong for your family, so that you can help others. You don't have to take on other people's feelings and other people's emotions in order to help them. That is not something that you need to do. A ship does not need to take on water in order to help another ship and pull another ship, does it?
How do you stop worrying? How do I stop worrying about my daughter? She's my life.
Because it does not help your daughter if you are also taking on water. It does not help her, because then she worries about you, you worry about her, then it's a big storm of upset and worry. And the two of you both go down in the ship. That's not helpful to each other, is it?
No.
Then you cry, then she cries, and you're both crying. It's not helpful to anyone. And then you have a third one now, and then the three of you both upset. And we want you to understand, okay, as we have tried to come through with this message in the past, okay, that it is a loop and it is history repeating, especially with the women in this family, in your family, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That message? Okay? The mothers and the daughters, and the mothers and the daughters and the mothers and the daughters. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So we want you to understand that. It ends here. It ends with your granddaughter. Okay? You have to fix it. You have to stop this. You now have to say, okay, we are going to be strong and we are going to fix this and we are not going to continue to do this. You do not have to be fear just because you feel fear. What are you so afraid of?
I don't know.
I want to know one thing that scares you. Just tell me one thing that scares you. One thing truly that scares you.
Finances.
What about your finances? You lived on the street? What is the worst that has happened to you?
I can retire, that we can retire and be okay.
So what if I told you that your fear, like I had told your husband, okay, that you create your own reality. So the more that you worry, the more you create things to worry about. Why do you not believe that? What is going to make you understand that? What do I have to do to help you to understand that?
I don't know, because every time I have tools to try to move forward, I don't do them. I don't use them.
Well, maybe those are not the right tools for you. Because anything that you have to do, that you have to force yourself or that feels like work is not the right thing for you, Terrian. Do you understand that? Okay? Stop forcing yourself. Stop doing things that are not the right thing for you. What do you enjoy? Do you want me to tell you what you enjoy?
Yeah, because I don't even know anymore.
Okay, I'll tell you what you like to do. Okay? You like to go outside. Yes? You like to walk.
Yes.
Okay, you like to be by the water.
Yes.
Okay, where do you live?
In Weston, Connecticut.
Okay, do you know that you are very close to the water?
I haven't been there.
Okay, figure it out. Okay? Okay? Figure out a way to find happiness where you are. Don't make it so hard. You're making it hard. Stop making it hard.
You're right. I'm making it hard because I can't get out of my past. I can't get out of my where I was.
Okay, but that is your own doing. Okay? You have to move forward because what is in front of you is very, very beautiful. And like I told Peter, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Go to the beach. Go to the water. You love the water. You love the water. Go to the water. Go find your soul. Go allow yourself to be near the water. That will make you happy. You will find yourself there. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay? Stop trying to force yourself to fit into places that are not who you are. But what I am telling you is that here, in this place where you have moved, you are meant to be here. This is intentional. But if you keep trying to force yourself to be happy, you are not going to find that happiness because you are living in the past. You need to find your happiness here in who you truly are. Allow it to come in and go seek that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. So I have a question that I feel like you probably sort of already answered. The question was, what can you tell me about my soul and our connections to each other as a family?
Okay, so we sort of answered this question. Yes, okay. So what I will say is this. What I feel like is important for you to know. So your soul is very old, and you know this. Yes. The matriarchal line in your family has been coming one, two, three, one, two, three. The mother and daughters have been coming. Okay? Your granddaughter, okay, is your grandmother. Does this make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That is why you are also close. Always, always close. Okay? That is the connection. Your husband is an earthbound soul. That's what I told him. Okay? So he has been here. He is trapped here. Okay? Part of all of you coming here is to help him move forward, to teach him, to help him to learn. If he doesn't open up, he is going to come back here again. Okay? That is not the case for all of you. You, okay? You, as a soul, you have come from places with water. Okay? You have spent time in Mintaka. You have spent time in Atlantis. You have spent time in Lemuria. You come from the places with water. That is why you love water so much. Okay? That is a part of your soul. It's a part of who you are. That is why it calls to you. That is why you can hear it. That's why it makes you so happy and feel so fulfilled. When you are not near it, there is a part of you that is missing and you feel so sad. And that is why. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, that is what is happening. But part of your purpose here, as we had said to Peter, all of you have come. Okay, it is all already chosen. All of this is already decided. And all of it is so that you will learn and have experiences. And part of it is to help him, okay? And it is all to learn from each other. And part of your lesson here is to learn through fear, is to learn how to be here. You wanted to have these experiences. You chose this. You chose these ancestral lines. You all chose this. You are all here together. So embrace that, all of it. It is all already decided. Every place that you go, everything that you do is already decided. But you have to embrace it and you have to understand that around you is what you create. Around you is up to you. So if you want to live in a place where you don't feel worried all the time and you want to retire, that is up to you. You make that choice because the past has already been decided. It's already happened. Now you walk forward, that is up to you. And you can make those choices and you can make different choices. You don't have to continue living the way that you've been living, but you do need to protect yourself. And you cannot go into that job every single day and take on everybody's emotions. And you cannot be in this house with all of these beings who are explosive and take on everybody's emotions. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Hello? That's crazy.
How do I protect myself? How?
You need to start to cleanse your energy. You need to start to protect yourself. So there is something that you can do, okay? And this is something that Niana can teach you, okay? Like I said to your husband, isn't it exciting that you live with somebody who is doing all of this, okay? Protect yourself, okay? You can imagine a golden light around you, okay? Every morning, protect yourself with a golden light of energy around you. And you can imagine other people's energies bouncing off of you. Okay? You can imagine things rolling off of you. There's a lot of things that you can do, but you have to put yourself in a shell. You have to protect yourself. You have to cleanse. When you get home, take a shower. Use the water as your ally. You come from water, go back to water. Okay? Come home, wash yourself off. Does this make sense to you?
Okay, yes.
Wash yourself off. Use the water. Do water rituals. Okay? If you don't know them, ask your daughter. She can teach you. The water holds energy. The water holds wishes. We said this before. The water can hold wishes. You want to be rich? You want to retire? Ask your water before you drink it. Ask the water because your water holds energy and your body is made up of water. You are made up of water. Okay? Something that you did not know.
I don't want to be rich. I just want to be okay.
But you are already okay. Okay? You are safe. You are protected. You are protected in the spiritual realm and you are protected in the physical realm. Your family is protected. If the thing that you are most worried about is someone making fun of your daughter, then you do not have anything to worry about, because she is going to be very, very big in the best way. Okay? This is groundbreaking stuff. Okay? You have to go let her change the world without being afraid. And what we ask you is, do you think she is a freak? Maybe that's what you need to ask yourself. Do you have any other questions?
No.
It's lovely speaking to you.
Now, do you know what was discussed or no until you watch it back?